What's up, truck fans? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the 5 truck engines that everyone regrets buying in 2026. These are the engines causing the most headaches, the biggest repair bills, and the most buyer's remorse. We're talking catastrophic failures, expensive repairs, and engines that are destroying the reliability reputations of major manufacturers. If you're shopping for a truck, you need to watch this before you make a mistake that'll cost you thousands. Let's get into it. Starting off at number 5, the Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost high output found in the F150 Raptor and limited models. This engine makes over 450 horsepower, but that power comes at a serious cost. Reliability. The high output version is highly stressed and it shows. Turbocharger failures are common around 80,000 to 100,000 miles. Both turbos often need replacement at $4,000 to $6,000. The timing chain and cam phaser issues that plagued earlier EcoBoosts haven't been fully resolved here. When these fail, you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 repairs. Carbon buildup on the intake valves is severe because of the direct injection. You'll need walnut blasting every 60,000 to 80,000 miles at $500 to $800. The 10-speed transmission paired with this engine has harsh shifting and shuddering issues that multiple software updates haven't fixed. Owners report losing confidence in the engine's reliability. You're constantly wondering when the next expensive failure will happen. For a truck that costs $70,000 to $90,000, the reliability should be bulletproof. Instead, you're dealing with problems that shouldn't exist on a modern premium truck. The fuel economy isn't even good enough to justify the complexity. Expect 15 to 17 miles per gallon combined. You're getting turbocharged complexity, expensive repairs, and mediocre efficiency. The naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 is more reliable, sounds better, and costs way less to maintain. Buyers who chose the high output EcoBoost for the power are regretting it when the repair bills start rolling in. At number 4, the Chevrolet Silverado/GMC Sierra 1500 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8 with dynamic fuel management, 2019 to 2024 models. GM's active fuel management lifter failure epidemic has turned into one of the biggest reliability disasters in the truck market. The cylinder deactivation lifters collapse, wipe camshaft lobes, and send metal debris through the entire engine. Repair bills range from $3,000 to over $10,000. Depending on how bad the damage is. GM has recalled roughly 600,000 trucks with the 6.2-liter alone for defects that can cause complete engine failure. Here's what's insane. Failures are being reported as early as 20,000 miles. These are almost brand new trucks needing major engine work. Owners are furious because they bought a truck expecting GM reliability and instead got a ticking time bomb. Even installing an aftermarket AFM/DFM disabler doesn't guarantee the lifters won't fail. The damage might already be done before you install it. GM knows about this problem but continues selling these engines without a permanent fix. The worst part, when the lifters fail, you're often looking at a complete engine replacement. Metal shavings contaminate everything: bearings, oil pump, cylinder walls. A proper repair means tearing down the entire engine or replacing it. Owners are making $800 to $1,000 monthly payments on trucks that need $8,000 engine repairs. The 2022 to 2024 models were supposed to have improved lifters, but failures are still being reported. Until GM completely redesigns this system, these engines are a gamble nobody should take. Buyers are regretting their purchase as soon as they hear that characteristic lifter tick. At number 3, the Ram 1500 3.0-liter EcoDiesel V6. This engine has been a reliability nightmare since day one, and 2026 models continue the tradition of expensive problems. The EGR system fails constantly. EGR valves, EGR coolers, sensors, all of it breaks regularly. Owners report EGR-related repairs every 20,000 to 30,000 miles at $2,000 to $4,000 per repair. Some owners have had 5 or 6 EGR repairs before 100,000 miles. That's $10,000 to $20,000 just on EGR issues. The turbocharger fails prematurely, often between 60,000 and 90,000 miles. Turbo replacement costs $3,500 to $5,000. The high-pressure fuel pump has the CP4 failure issue. When it fails catastrophically, it sends metal debris through the entire fuel system. Complete fuel system replacement costs $8,000 to $12,000. The DPF system is a nightmare. Constant clogging, failed regenerations, and premature DPF failure. DPF replacement costs $3,000 to $5,000. The DEF system fails regularly too. Oil consumption is excessive. Many owners add oil between changes. But here's the worst part. The fuel economy that's supposed to justify all this complexity, it's not even that good. Owners report 22 to 25 miles per gallon highway, which is only marginally better than the Hemi-Fi 8. When you factor in the diesel fuel premium, DEF costs, and expensive repairs, you're losing money compared to the gas engine. Ram knows these engines are problematic, but keeps selling them. Owners feel scammed. They paid extra for the diesel, thinking they'd save money on fuel, and instead they're drowning in repair costs. The resale value is terrible because everyone knows about the reliability issues. Dealers don't even want them as trade-ins. Buyers regret this engine the moment the first EGR code pops up around 30,000 miles. Then they realize they're stuck making payments on a truck that's going to cost them thousands in repairs every year. At number 2, the Toyota Tundra 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 hybrid iForce Max from 2022 to 2024 models. Yes, Toyota, the brand everyone trusts for reliability, has created one of the most regrettable truck engines on the market. This engine replaced the bulletproof 5.7-liter V8, and it's been a disaster. Over 100,000 Tundras have been recalled for engine defects that require complete engine replacement. The recall keeps expanding. 2022, then 2023. Now 2024 models are affected. The twin turbocharger system has a fatal design flaw. The turbos fail prematurely, and when they fail, they send metal shavings throughout the entire engine and hybrid system. Metal contamination destroys bearings, scores cylinder walls, and damages the hybrid components. The repair, complete engine replacement at $12,000 to $15,000. Failures are happening at 20,000, 30,000, even 40,000 miles on almost brand new trucks. Consumer Reports flagged the new Tundra for below average reliability. This is the same nameplate that once produced a documented million-mile truck. Now it's producing trucks that need new engines before 50,000 miles. Toyota is fighting warranty claims, blaming owners for abuse or insufficient maintenance. But owners have perfect maintenance records. Oil changes at the dealer, no modifications, no abuse. Toyota just doesn't want to admit they have a fundamental design problem. Owners who paid $60,000 to $80,000 for a new Tundra expecting Toyota reliability are furious. They're stuck with trucks that are constantly at the dealer, losing resale value rapidly, and facing potential catastrophic engine failure at any moment. The regret is real and justified. The worst part? Toyota's reputation made people trust this engine, despite it being completely new and unproven. Buyers assumed Toyota wouldn't release something unreliable. They were wrong, and now they're paying the price. And finally, the number one engine everyone regrets buying in 2026 is the Stellantis 2.0-liter turbo Hurricane 4-cylinder in the Jeep Gladiator and Wrangler. This is the engine that's destroying Jeep's already questionable reliability reputation and leaving owners absolutely furious. Stellantis forced this tiny turbocharged 4-cylinder into trucks and SUVs that weigh 5,000 plus pounds, and it's completely overwhelmed. The engine makes 270 horsepower, which sounds adequate, but it's working incredibly hard just to move these heavy vehicles. That stress is killing reliability. Turbocharger failures are rampant, often before 30,000 miles. Turbo replacement costs $3,000 to $4,000. The engine uses both direct and port injection, but the direct injection system is causing carbon buildup faster than expected. The timing chain and tensioner issues that plagued the older Catastrophic V6 are also showing up here, but the real problem is oil consumption. Owners report using a quart of oil every 1,000 to 2,000 miles. That's not normal. That's a design defect. When confronted, Stellantis claims this is within normal operating parameters. No, burning a quart every 1,000 miles is not normal. The 8-speed automatic transmission struggles with this engine's power delivery. Harsh shifts, shuddering, and hunting for gears are constant complaints. The transmission overheats when towing even modest loads. Some owners have had transmission replacements under warranty before 40,000 miles. Fuel economy is the supposed benefit of this engine, but it's disappointing. Owners report 18 to 21 miles per gallon combined, which is barely better than the old V6 and nowhere near good enough to justify the reliability problems and lack of power. Here's what makes this the #1 regret. Stellantis eliminated the V6 option in many models, forcing buyers to take this 4-cylinder if they want a new Jeep truck. You literally have no choice. Buyers who wanted a Gladiator or Wrangler are stuck with this engine, and they're regretting it immediately. The engine feels underpowered when towing, struggles with highway passing, and sounds terrible. A thrashy, buzzy 4-cylinder in a truck that deserves a V6 or V8. Owners feel cheated. They paid $50,000 to $70,000 for a premium off-road vehicle and got an engine that belongs in a compact crossover. The resale value is already tanking. Used Gladiators and Wranglers with this engine are selling for thousands less than V6 models. Dealers are offering lowball trade-in values because they know these engines are problematic. Buyers are trapped in vehicles they regret, making payments on trucks that feel cheap and unreliable. And there you have it, the 5 truck engines everyone regrets buying in 2026. From Ford's stressed high-output EcoBoost to GM's catastrophic lifter failures, Ram's EcoDiesel nightmare, Toyota's shocking twin-turbo disaster, and Stellantis forcing underpowered 4-cylinders into heavy trucks. These are the engines causing the most regret, the biggest repair bills, and the most destroyed reputations. The pattern is clear. Complex turbocharged engines with fuel-saving gimmicks are failing catastrophically. Cylinder deactivation systems are destroying engines. Emissions equipment is breaking constantly, and manufacturers are prioritizing fuel economy numbers over actual reliability. If you're shopping for a truck, avoid these engines. Look for proven, simple powertrains with track records of reliability. Don't be the guinea pig for new technology. And if you already own one of these engines, document everything and prepare for expensive repairs. What do you think? Do you own one of these engines? Share your nightmare stories in the comments. If this video saved you from a bad purchase, smash that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.